How's everybody doing? So, um, it's like it's getting worse. Like as the as the days go and the time go on, it's getting worse and worse for Diddy. It's getting worse and worse, right? So we had the opportunity to so far we've got a chance to see everything. We've been watching. We saw the Cassie lawsuit that dropped, right? And even from that, from the time that that lawsuit dropped, I feel like he is really like egotistical. You know what I mean? People with a lot of money, a lot of money are egotistical. Because originally, how it was presented by Cassie's attorney was Mr. Combs, our client, Mrs. Cassie Ventura, is in possession of a piece of literature, which she is the author of. She's looking to put it out and drop it. It's a tell-all book. But before she puts it out, she would like to give you the opportunity to buy the tell-all book. This is how Cassie's lawyers approached him. Immediately, instead of saying, okay, yeah, take the $30 million, give me the book so I can see what she was about to tell on, he says no. So then her second response is, okay, cool. If you're not going to pay me before I drop this book or this lawsuit, then I'll just drop the lawsuit. And then everybody's going to know how crazy you are, and then you'll have to pay me. She drops the lawsuit. We get a chance to see it. We reading it. People are reading it. The world is like, oh my God, he did what? And as we're responding to the allegations that are presented in the suit and filed by Mrs. Ventura and the firm representing her, he says, you know what? I'm going to settle. And he settles. Instead of just imagine this, guy. Ask yourself this. If Diddy would have just paid her the money up front when she first asked him for it, if he would have just paid her up front before it became public, would he be going through this right now? Would he be going through this? He probably wouldn't be going through this right now. Okay? Right. Move forward. We get maybe three more claims of different individuals. Rod Jones comes out. Shorty comes out that worked for him that said that he threatened to get rid of her, basically fire her and the boyfriend, and make sure they don't have no career in the industry if they didn't involve themselves. It was about two or three other people. So first Cassie, then the other few lawsuits come, Rod Jones and the girl about her boyfriend, and then we see a house get raided. The house gets raided. He's not under arrest. He's not convicted. He's not it's nothing. They just raid the places. They gather their information from these places, gather their evidence, and then they leave. He's free. He was free to leave the country. He could have got on his plane and left. He could have went anywhere. But what did he do? Cool. Now, as a month or two goes on, after the raid, what happens? We see him walking around New York. Now he's chilling in New York. He's relaxing. Everything is fine to him, right? If he was doing that to appear to not be a threat, it didn't work because the Fed still came and got him. Now, granted, they didn't arrest him all crazy and throw him around like he was a savage. They treated him nice because they knew if the day came that they needed information from him, They wanted to let him know and make him feel comfortable and let him know, hey, you could talk to us because he's going to remember, oh, these dudes didn't violate me. They didn't throw me around. They didn't treat me bad. It's a mental thing that these dudes play on you. Now, my thing is this. I know everybody's seen the 120 plus victims. Everybody has basically heard it, saw it, or just becoming aware of it, right? But on top of the 120 plus victims that Mr. Busby is representing from the Texas law firm, there is also a team of lawyers who have been sent over to the United Kingdom. There's a team of lawyers, that a group of lawyers, a dozen or more, they sent to the UK because they are interviewing potential victims from when Mr. Combs lived in the United Kingdom. He lived over in London. They said he lived in London. They said he lived in Wales. They said he was in a few different places. So now they're going to have to go all over to these places to investigate how much damage he may possibly have done. Now, even with all of that being said, right? Even with all of that, he still has so much dirt. He has so much dirt on people that you have to ask yourself, as a federal prosecutor, is the information that he has on everything and everyone else more valuable than me trying to prosecute him? If Diddy, we're not even going to say if, the information that he has, if he decides to start talking about anything that is above him, and believe me, if you think he is the one, no, he's just a small player. A small player pimping. Diddy's just a small fish. I could promise you, I'll bet y'all $1,000 right now on this live that there's hundreds of people that are above Diddy. I'll bet y'all right now and come back and pay me, or I gotta pay y'all. I bet y'all there's hundreds of people above him. He's just one billionaire. It's 1,400 billionaires in this country. 1,400 billionaires in the United States. You think he is hundreds above him who are involved in this? I can promise you, and I'm willing to bet $1,000. Okay? If y'all know who BlackRock is, oh, let me not talk too much. Let me not talk too much. Y'all haven't been doing y'all research. I want y'all to research these people. All right? Some powerful people in the world. Research these families. Research what has been going on for a long time. Remember, we are the entertainers of the industry. We are the musicians, the athletes. We are the performers. But black folk do not own the music industry. Black folks do not own the entertainment industry. Black folks do not own the movie industry. So if you're looking at the music industry, you have to ask yourself, who owns it? Who has a hand in where finances is distributed? Because if finances are distributed, right, then that means that the people who distributed the finances, okay, would absolutely know what's going on because things are being tracked and monitored. Don't tell me that nobody knows. Don't tell me, oh, the music execs and no, this is bigger than Diddy. Sean Combs is just a small fish in the pond. Hit the like button for me, please. Hit that like button. I appreciate whoever's here right now. Okay. I got to do more of this because I don't be talking to the people. So now check this out. Piers Morgan. And this is another thing I've been telling too. I've been telling people this too. When we speak on something, it's one thing. When white media, independent media start touching on it, it's something totally different. I'm looking at podcasts, financial podcasts. I'm looking at insurance podcasts. I'm looking at regular entertainment podcasts. Every category of individuals that can touch base on news and discuss news, they're talking about Diddy. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, green, brown, purple, orange, gray. Everyone is talking about this right now. He is being more talked about than the presidential election. Say I'm lying. Diddy is being more discussed than the presidential election. Diddy is in the news more than Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. They're talking about Diddy more than they're talking about Israel, Hezbollah. God. They're talking about Diddy the most. Okay? So, once again, for anyone who wasn't here before, I'm going to ask this question again. As a federal prosecutor, their main thing is the information that Diddy has more valuable than the federal prosecutors prosecuting him? If the information he has is more valuable, I can almost guarantee you he gonna get out. We're not dealing with we're not dealing with one of these dudes that was walking around the street doing what they was doing and is afraid of somebody doing something to them when they get home. This is Diddy we talking about. He is not worried about nobody doing anything to him. He is not worried about nobody labeling him as a snitch. He's not worried about nobody putting their hands on him. This is Diddy we talking about. They give him an opportunity to slide up out of that courtroom like Nino Brown. I promise you, he is going to slide out like Nino Brown. Is there going to be somebody there to do something to him like old man Quillis? No, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But I guarantee you that he's not going to be walking around acting like somebody going to put their hands on him. I promise you he won't. I can promise you he won't. This is a different person you're dealing with. It's a different person you're dealing with. You're dealing with a black man with hundreds of millions of dollars. You're dealing with a black man that got information on all your favorite rappers. This nigga got information on all your favorite rappers. Information on all your favorite artists. Yes, he has information on all of your favorite artists, all your favorite rappers, men, women. He got dirt on everybody, execs. This is so check it out. This is why J. Edgar Hoover was such a threat. And this is why the feds is after him so bad. This is why they want him so bad because information is power. And that's the part that nobody's seeing. Nobody's understanding that. The information is power. Yeah, they want to go after him if he had anything to do with forcing anybody to do anything, coercing anybody, kidnapping anybody, blackmailing anybody, extorting anybody. Of course, they want him for those reasons. Absolutely, they do. Yes, they want him for those reasons because that's what they signed up for. But more importantly, let's be real about this. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I don't see no problems with you. See you looking at me. All you gotta do is go boop. That's all you gotta do. Whether you on your phone, your iPad, boop boop, or you on your computer, use your mouse, click, whatever. Hit that like button. So this is why the federal government is such a. Thank y'all very much. Please hit that like button. It don't take much, y'all. I appreciate it. I'm here with y'all. Just like y'all here with me, I'm here with y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Y'all remember to give y'all logic, because that's the only way I speak. Logic. J. Edgar Hoover, right, was a very powerful man because he was able to extract information in various ways with modes of technology that the average person, whether you were a common man in society, civilian, or whether you were just in the military, the average person didn't have access to what the FBI had access to from inception. Okay? The FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, used these means to extract information, to gather information on people. And when he had this information, he was able to do whatever he needed to do. Okay? Do you understand? The FBI are the same individuals that sent Greg Scarpa, aka the Boogeyman, down south and said, we need you to find those Klan members that burned up that spot in Mississippi. Huh? Do y'all not remember? Huh? Y'all better go and Google him. Google Greg Scarpa. Greg, Greg Scarpa, Scarpa, aka the Boogeyman, one of the most scariest mob hitters in the history of the mafia. Okay? The FBI recruited Greg, okay? When the Klan burned that town in Mississippi, the, mo- the FBI said, Greg, here's these bullets, here's these ratchets, here's this chicken. Go down there and find out who did this shit. Bring us something back, and you good. We got you on them other bodies. That's another thing. This is another reason why a lot of mobsters, a lot of hitmen was getting away with dirt because the feds was helping them. Let's be real. They admitted to it already. They admitted to helping Greg Scarpa. Okay? They admitted it. Greg Scarpa went down south with his ratchets, with his he went down south with his ratchets, all his chicken, his bullets, his ammo, and he found those clan members. He found a few clan members. He tortured them and brutalized them to get the information on the ones who actually did it. And he found them. And when he found them, he was able to go right back to New York to the feds and say, I got your guys. Okay? So this is the type of individual that Puffy is dealing with. And mind you, this is 50, 60, this is years ago Greg did this. 40, somewhere between 40 and 50 years ago Greg did this. But guess what? Guess what? We're in 2024. We seeing a billionaire mogul. This is the first time in entertainment history we're ever seeing something like this. We're seeing a billionaire mogul in the detention center right now. He's locked up for all kind of heinous charges. He presented a $50 million bail package. They denied it. He presented another bail package and promised to be on 24-hour ankle monitor, no female visitors, constant surveillance, footage, everything, a monitor so the judge can see these things. And they denied him again. So for y'all, right? I know y'all say, yeah, $50 million, but that's nothing. He's a billionaire. Yeah, $50 million is 1/20th of 1 billion. So 50 million can only be spent 20 times by a person who has $1 billion. You're saying it's a little, but only you do it. You can only do it 20 times. You do the math. It's simple. So he presented that package, and they said no. He presented another package, 70, 75. No, he's going to present another one. He might hit it to 100, 150. If the Fed say no, and he present them with this last package, a big boy might be double 150. Yaga. If they deny him, if the Feds deny him on this package that he puts together, number one, it's going to show you how bad he wants his freedom. It's going to show you how bad he wants to be free. And number two, what it's going to show you is he's going to start talking. He's going to start talking. And I'm going to tell you something, right? The people who have been a part of the process of him even being caught up in this whole thing, the people who are part of this process, they want him to start talking. I'm not talking about the people who set him up. The people who set him up to go down are stupid because they're thinking they're going to get him out the way, and all he's going to do is just try to talk, and then he'll give them up. I'm talking about the people who were victimized, who have been speaking out about him going down. Shout out to Jaguar Wright. She's been speaking up for years. Salute to the queen. I'm talking about people like her. Yeah, go ahead and talk. Because now, when Puffy starts talking and he get everybody else up, now we're gonna see how dark the music industry really is. Now we'll see how dark the music industry really is. Cause it's not what we think. It's not what you think. Let me say that because I've been known for a long time. I've had people been telling me. I remember almost 10 years ago, someone telling me about these parties this dude has, and how you go to a Puffy party He has these bowls of pills, and you see all these girls down there dancing, chilling, having a good time. And then he's inviting everybody upstairs, but he's really inviting the dudes upstairs. Yeah, I heard these stories long time ago. Long time ago. I'm 35. I'm 35, and I'm hearing these stories that long ago. So you can imagine. You can imagine. You can imagine how long he's been doing this. And even before Diageo, let's forget about Diageo because people are thinking of Diageo and they're saying, oh, well, how would he be able to do this so many times every single weekend for so many years? Remember, Diageo gave him that money, but they didn't completely finance everything that he's done over the past 20 years. Like, let's be honest. Let's be real. They didn't finance everything that he did over the past 20 years. Therefore, we have to stop being so small minded and jump outside of that small box and open that. The world is a lot bigger than that, okay? Um, Diageo is not, they're not the sole financiers of every single thing that Combs does, okay? He been getting money for a long time. So way before that, he was getting money. You got to think back to everything. And even look what they're talking about. They bringing up the situation with Clive Davis. And hit that like button, y'all. If you just enter the room, hit that like button. They talking about Clive Davis. Clive Davis having a party in the same building, hotel building that Whitney Houston died in. And as she's dying, and allegedly her spirit is leaving itself, he starts the party. Do you understand what I'm saying? How crazy, how wicked things is really is getting. They're talking about Pac and how he may have had a friendship with Puffy before Big came along. They talking about Biggie and how he didn't want him to leave. And Biggie had a chance to go and start something on his own and get his own money. But Puffy didn't want that. They're bringing all of these things up. But guess what? Is the scary part about all of that. None of what I just said is in this indictment that he's in there locked up on right now. So we're talking about this right here alone could probably take another 2 years before trial starts. Easily. Could take another 12 to 24 months before trial starts. And this is just one indictment. So now they could come out with something that supersedes the indictment, but then you're gonna have stuff from other areas. They're gonna try to smack them, like with like in the UK. It, if they go over there in the UK and they find more victims in the UK, right? If they go over there to the UK and they find more victims in the UK, I guarantee you, they find more victims from Sean Combs in the UK. That's a whole nother trial in a whole nother area of the world. Now you got to go over there and fight their judicial system. That's something totally different that nobody's thinking of. So he's going to have a case here in New York. They're probably going to try to hit him with cases in California, and then they're going to try to hit him with cases in the United Kingdom. Jeez, boy, boy. Mm, mm, mm. That's crazy. That's crazy. And like I say, don't celebrity worship because just when you think this is a celebrity that you like, you come to find out that they're involved in something real crazy. Come on, man. Everything is unfolding right before our eyes. Imagine some of your favorite rappers wrapped up in this. French Montana. Yeah, I mean, I like Meek Mill, but to think he possibly may have done something to basically just shame himself, to like possibly like, and that's the thing. I'm not a celebrity worshiper at all because I read a lot. My imagination is so far out that if something is presented, and I can see it or I think of it, it's possible. So when I started hearing these stories about these people, I said, damn. I didn't say no, no. I said, damn, I hope not. Because it's sad. Like y'all are grown men. Like y'all, people are out here $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week. People are living pretty average. You know what I mean? And even $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year is like, you know what I mean? Some years is good, some years it's not. Um, but then when you're looking at somebody on TV, millionaire, house is 700,000, $1 million, car cost this, car cost that, and then you come to find out that yeah they got all of that, but they pretty much sold themselves to get it. To think that one of your favorite rappers jeopardized their manhood, or a woman may have said, you know what, it's cool, who cares, just for money, or to do that and in the process try to hide it. Because if you're real about it, you just come out in your sexuality. You see a lot of artists who just they don't care. Like Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean. What happened to Frank Ocean? Can somebody tell me what happened to Frank Ocean? What happened to Frank? Where's Frank? Where? Because I haven't seen Frank Ocean in a minute. Where is Frank Ocean? I'll be right back, y'all. Love, life, and loyalty is the motto. Stay safe, stay real, stay true. You rock with me, I rock with you. One.